Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to tell you about what happened the day after Beaujolais Day. You've probably now seen the video of me in the B&B, which I put up for yesterday. Today, actually. Today is the day it's up. Tomorrow is the day this is up. It's very confusing. Anyway, yes. So on the day after Beaujolais Day, on the Friday, we got up in the B&B. I got up about 8 o'clock. I said I'd put the alarm on for 8 o'clock, so I got up at 8 o'clock, went to the toilet. I went downstairs to see if the lady was around to ask for her for a glass of water to take my pills with, but she was nowhere in sight, and I thought, I know what she's done. She's taken the dog for a walk. So I went back upstairs and I waited for her to come back. And then I went down. I knocked on Sandra's door and asked her when she was coming up. She said she'd be 10 minutes. So I went downstairs. I asked the lady for a glass of water to take my pills with, so I took my pills. Then half an hour later, I got a tea bag and asked her for a cup of hot water for my tea bag. And I drank my tea and I made friends with her dog. Her dog, I think it's a King Charles Spaniel, and it's called Bowie, after David Bowie. And he's really friendly, and he made friends with me. And so we had a little chat, and then we talked about stuff. And she said that she knew Wynne's mom because she used to live near to them, and she works at the Lyric Theatre as an usherette and sometimes behind the bar. So it's a small world, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So, you know that Welsh people like to say, I'll do it now in a minute or something. So she said, at one point she said, I'm going to do some ironing now in a minute. I thought it was a joke that Welsh people always say now in a minute, but it's actually true. Wynne sometimes says it as well when he's on the radio. I'll phone him now in a minute or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So then we went out and we put cases in the car, and we're going to walk back up to the Welsh House for breakfast. And the lady said, when you get back, just post my permit through the door. We used her permit for parking, so we didn't have to pay any parking. So we went down to the Welsh House again, and we went past the entrance to the road on which Wynne was actually born, but we didn't go down to try and find his house. I don't know what number his house was anyway. Maybe another time when we're down there, we'll have a little snoop. Anyway, we went back down to the Welsh House by Wynne, took some photos in the daylight. I got taken some photos in the nighttime. When they developed, I will show you them. And so I went to him. No, actually, when I was at the Welsh House, I asked Wynne what time it was opening tomorrow for breakfast. He said 9. Actually, it was 10, so he doesn't even know what time his own restaurant opens. So we got there it was about 10:05 when we got there, and it wasn't open. So the lady saw us at the window and she came over and she said, we're not opening till 10:30 today. And we said, can we come in though, because we're cold out here, because it was very blustery cold. So she let us get in, and I got myself a cappuccino with soy milk as well. Again, this time I forgot to take a picture of it first, so we've got a picture of an empty cup with the foam on it. Anyway, I had a vegan breakfast, which was very nice. I think Sandra had an ordinary breakfast, not a vegan one. And then afterwards, I decided I wanted to have a mocktail. So I got a Lyric Love, which was like a very tall, thin thing, and it was delicious. It was very refreshing. It was lovely. I thought, why didn't I have this last night when I was having a non-alcoholic? So anyway, yeah, it was lovely. And then we walked back to the car, took some more pictures, of course, walked back to the car, took some more pictures outside as well, walked back to the car, and then Sandra posted the permit. Actually, the lady came to the door, so she just gave her the permit. And then off we went to Cardiff, and took us about an hour to get to Cardiff. Then we went to David's shopping centre. We was going to park at David's shopping centre car park. We couldn't find a parking space. We were all the way up to level 6 to find a parking space. And then we went down on the lift to the shops level, found some toilets, went to the toilet, And then we had a look around a bit, and then we went out and we went to the Hayes, and we looked at the Christmas market, and we found a little Welsh company shop. And so that's my receipt. They didn't print half of it off. Anyway, so what did I get? Well, first of all, I got some Welsh cakes, which I gave to my mum. Well, I had 2. My mum had 2, and my stepdad had 2. We warmed them up in the microwave. They were quite nice, but they tend to be a bit dry. Probably done with having some vegan butter put on them. Anyway, I also got my mum a Cardiff keyring. I've got myself one in here too somewhere. I'll show you when I get to it. So, as well as the Welsh cakes, I forgot to take my hat with me, and it was very cold. My ears were getting cold, so I got a Wales hat to warm my head up while I was out in the cold in Cardiff. I got Wales in 100 Words. I've read it. It's very good. It's got the one about the it's raining old women in sticks somewhere. Here you are. Bwrw hen rhageth a ffin. It's raining old women in sticks. It says elderly ladies, but it's old women. It's raining old women in sticks. It's all sorts of interesting Welsh words and phrases in there. And I got some Cooch socks. I really needed some new socks. Cooch socks. I got some oven gloves for my mum for Christmas. There was ones with tits on, there was ones with cocks on, there was ones with tarts on, and I thought the tarts were more appropriate. So yeah. As I got my mum some Cocoa Pizzazz Festive Fudge. I'm going to have to try and get that label off where it says the price. Yeah, so I got that for my mum for Christmas as well. So that's her present sorted. Oh, that's my Cardiff keyring. My mum had one exactly the same. Then I've got Teach Your Cat Welsh. We already had Teach Your Dog Welsh, now I've got Teach Your Cat Welsh. So that's nice. More Welsh phrases to learn. Just a little Cardiff notebook. And some badges. And then we had a little walk around again. We went to the castle. It was something castle. Castle area. Castle Quarter, I think it was. And then that led us to another road, and then opposite was Castle Arcade. We went down that, which was pretty pretty. I'll show you the pictures when they get printed. And then we went by the castle, took some pictures of the castle. Sandra didn't send them to me. And then we went back round and we found another Welsh shop where I bought that flag from. Over there, that flag. I bought that from the other shop. Oh, would you focus, please? I can't hold it still. Anyway, I bought that flag from there. And then when we decided to can't remember which order we did everything. And I know we went to that shop first, and then I went to that shop first, and then that shop afterwards. Then we had a little more. I think we went back. We went down this street and we saw the Welsh House, Cardiff. And we've been to the Carmarthen version. and then we went back to the St David's shopping centre. I walked through there, had a little look, and then went back to the toilet, and then went back to the car, and then started to come home. And I had some kombucha and some, what's that, Bombay mix to nibble on, to drink and nibble on the way home. And it came home, and I gave Mum her presents, and then started to unpack. I haven't unpacked everything in. Don't know when I'm going to need my suitcase again now, but anyway, that's the end of this video then. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.